Hey guys, I'm Lou Stefano. You may know me from Character Catch Up on Movie News 101's channel, where we talk about major storylines in different heroes' runs. If you haven't seen it yet, make sure to check it out. The link's in the description. This podcast will be dedicated to reviewing Superior Spiderman, Marvel Now's new comic book. I'm really enjoying this run and feel like sharing my opinion with you guys. I'm sure you all know by now that Dr. Otto Octavius, Dr. Octopus, has switched bodies with Peter Parker, Spider-Man, to save his own life. His plan worked, and Peter Parker's soul is dead, along with Doc Ock's body. The current Spider-Man is Doc Ock's soul inside Peter Parker's body. Confusing, isn't it? Alright, all you need to know is that Doc Ock controls Peter Parker's body. And without further ado, let's jump into the book. Written by Dan Slott, drawn by Ryan Stegman, and of course, Spider-Man created by Stan Lee and Steve Ditko. As we begin Superior Spider-Man number 1, we see Peter Parker, with Doc Ock's soul, standing in front of the grave of Otto Octavius. He says farewell to Otto and hello to Peter as he starts to adapt to new life as Peter Parker, when all of a sudden he gets an alert of officers down at Empire State University. We see the brand new Sinister Six consisting of Boomerang, the Shocker, the Living Brain, Beetle, Overdrive, and Speed Demon. They're currently trying to steal a Baramic oscillator, but of course Spidey drops by to stop them. As the Six begin to attack, Spider-Man is dodging all of their weapons pretty easily. The only time they can hit him is with Speed Demon, who hits him multiple times at super speed. But Otto won't put up with this and begins to swing away and let them go. But as a stray explosive boomerang flies back towards a police officer, Spider-Man comes back and saves him just in time, injuring himself though. As Spidey struggles to get up, Boomerang comes up from behind and starts choking Spidey with a razor boomerang. But Otto turns and cuts Boomerang with his new claws through the costume and makes him bleed, at which point Boomerang decides it's best if they all retreat. They all leave, but abandon the Living Brain. Spider-Man asks if he can have the Living Brain, and has it sent to Peter Parker at Horizon Labs. At Horizon, Peter's work spot, Peter begins working on the Living Brain to make him his own assistant. That's when Otto realizes that all of his new achievements will be credited to Peter Parker because he is Peter Parker. He gets a call from Mary Jane, who's just checking their dinner plans for tonight. We go to later that night at their dinner, where Mary Jane is talking to Peter, but he isn't really listening, just admiring how great Peter's life is. Also, he reveals that back when he scratched Boomerang, he was actually injecting 80 nano spider tracers into him, but instead of going to stop them, he just listens to them and waits. The next day, when the Sinister Six begin attacking Horizon Labs in search of an atmospheric condenser, Spider-Man is already outside waiting for them. He takes them all down in what seems like seconds. All but Boomerang are taken down. When Spider-Man grabs Boomerang, Boomerang just gives up and announces he loses. But this doesn't satisfy Otto, and he begins beating Boomerang to death. As he gets one hit away from murdering him, he's stopped by the ghost of Peter Parker, who can't be seen or heard by anyone, but yet seems to have some control over Otto's actions. As the issue ends, Peter's ghost swears he will find a way back. Wow. I mean, we all knew Peter would be back eventually, but who would have thought not one issue would pass without him? Even though that's true, this was a nice surprise. I really enjoyed this issue and loved seeing Otto adjust to becoming Peter Parker. This was a really solid issue, and I feel it'll stay this way all the way through the series. Overall, great story, great art, great concept. Definitely go buy it. It's well worth the $4. And I leave you guys today with a Marvel vs. DC question. So who would win, Superman or Thor? Leave your decisions in the comments, and don't forget to like the video. Until next time, folks, Excelsior!